It's a Comic-Con, hope you speak my language. Your Harley Quinn don't need explaining. All I really need for you to do is just please talk nerdy to me.
What's going on, everybody? You are tuned in to another episode of Nearly Nerdy. Recorded live in the Slick Studios, Stony Creek, Ontario. As always, your hosts, AJ, James, a.k.a. Mr. J, Ricks, myself, Spads. Boys, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Let's get it going.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, we have new people here.
Jason fucking Derulo.
Yeah,
you guys
man.
missed it. AJ took a huge beating while that intro was playing. The amount of judgment that came from our guests today.
This is the last time I'm appearing on the show just because of that man right there.
Come on, guys, talk nerdy with me.
No!
We're gonna start a vote in the pool to bring back a special guest to replace AJ every week.
Whoa.
Your options are Ricks, Mr. J, or Spads.
What?
So we're accepting auditions now, so please put your little link in the chat and we'll be sure to get to you.
You get points if you can diversify this group. We can't get rid of you yet. There's a quota.
Oh, man. This is great.
If we get another one, we have to kill you off.
That's okay. Sorry. I guess
You've
like
seen The Walking Dead. You've seen The Walking Dead. They have one person of color, and then another one comes up. The old one dies, and it's just
No, they had an Asian guy and the black guy for the longest time.
Okay, the Asian guy doesn't count.
Yeah, it does.
What do you mean the Asian guy doesn't count? Why am I taking offense to this?
I don't know.
Yo, Glenn's was my favorite, but
Glenn looked like something out of the Goonies by the end of it.
Glenn loved Maggie.
Oh,
He had
man.
a splitting headache, okay? Leave him alone.
Oh, his eyes are coming right out
Oh,
of
my
that.
God.
Oh, yeah.
So we got some new people here, guys, if you haven't
Hi.
noticed. Want to introduce yourself first to my left?
I am Sonic MTD. I am the internet's most famous intergalactic sex demon. I pretty much am a YouTuber. Yeah, you're pretty much dead now. I am a YouTuber, a Let's Player. I've been in media and radio, and you made me go first. You weren't expecting that now, were you?
I can't top that.
You can't top that. You
I'm sorry, Sean.
I'm a YouTuber, pretty much, and I play video games, and I represent What to Play Video Games as well, which is also a video game YouTube-centric show. That is me. Go.
Sean, what can you tell us about yourself?
I'm a nerd.
Oh, man.
I don't really know what to say. Hi. I'm a very, very nerd. Like I like gaming a little bit now, more so because like can't find a game that I love. I love sci-fi, fantasy.
Oh my God.
I'm a big Dungeons and Dragons player. I write my own dungeons and I actually adapt them into stories. Because like sometimes my characters are assholes, or the players are assholes, and they don't follow where things go. So I guess now I gotta write my good stories out.
Those are tears, man. Those are tears.
I am not an intergalactic sex demon, thank God. Because I just feel like being related to Charlie Sheen would suck.
Where did you get a tissue from?
Magic.
Yes, that's really all I got after that bombshell.
I think it is a golden lesson. Never make me go first.
Yep, that's a given. We know that now. Learn my lesson.
Unfortunately, there's no taking it back.
Yep.
You just revealed all your party tricks.
Yes, pretty good.
You have nothing hidden.
Yep.
One of these days, like we're all gonna bring something interesting to the table, and you're not.
Yeah, well, I'm
blew that
perfectly
load.
content. I pretty much.
You were like a 14-year-old the first time you masturbated. Just, right, like 1 second in, gone.
What kind of menagerie are you assuming when I masturbate? What is this? Am I giving out like Quaker oatmeal at this point? Like what is
if
this?
it has the consistency of Quaker Oats, that's another. Talk to your doctor. Remember when this was a nerd podcast? And
Yeah, remember?
Yeah, so we're just supposed to do a show. Okay, so we got lots to talk about today, guys. Holy crap.
Wow, yeah. Tons of MCU news, tons of DC news, X-Men, Game of Thrones talk.
And he's excluded for most Game of Thrones talk.
You're not allowed.
You're not allowed.
Why is he not allowed?
Because he knows things. He drinks and he knows things.
Let's just say my watch has ended.
Okay. So I guess this
I'm an
has...
episode ahead of everyone.
Oh, so
he
you
watched that
saw the
shit.
leaks.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
a dick.
Just the one. You really shouldn't have done that.
Guys!
Why the fuck would you hit me, man? That's bullshit.
Sorry.
slap him.
No, don't touch me. What the fuck?
Okay.
That was a little too excessive, Sean.
I
Okay.
apologize.
That's, yeah. That was interesting.
So let's focus
Yeah.
on our first
okay?
topic
Yeah,
of the day,
let's just talk about what we're supposed to talk about now.
All
which
right.
is
So, yeah, MCU stuff. We got, you wrote most of the stuff here, so
Yeah.
Take the lead.
So Avengers 4 started filming today, or the other day. What do you guys think about it? Chris Evans tweeted out a picture of him being like, looks like face fucked by his dog.
What?
Yeah, it was just like
I
him
did not see
smiling,
that.
and the dog was like attacking his face, and he was like, 17 more days. 17 more days.
I did not see that.
okay. That is a reimagining of Cujo I was not expecting on any day of the week.
I never saw that either.
Me neither. High five. I'm looking forward.
high five each other, just because I feel like.
I don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the new Avengers. I actually was a huge fan of Age of Ultron, especially how they were able to make use of Jeremy Renner, who's primarily been like a side character as
Yeah,
Hawkeye
that
for
was
the most
good.
part. I know that it's only a matter of time before these guys eventually do decide to retire and step down because they are getting a little bit older and they want to pursue
They were
other
older
things.
when it started, really.
But I like our current lineup, and I am looking forward. I hope nobody gets killed off. I hope.
It's probably gonna happen. It's just like the scope of how big Thanos is.
Someone needs to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to be optimistic because still.
Just want to point these out here. These are little shits. Shit cloths. My
Do I get
girlfriend
that
gave me.
flag now? Because that was a little shit.
Yeah. He was a little shit. Oh, wait, that's for my glasses.
Oh. I thought it was an actual, like, prop flag.
No.
Why
My
does it
girlfriend
smell
gave me
like
these the other day because she
sweat?
likes to call me a little shit, so that actually worked out perfectly. So yeah, hey. Continue. Sorry.
So also on the docket, we have going up. We have the Defenders that is coming soon to
Oh,
Netflix.
That's
Like
Friday.
tonight. Yeah, it releases at midnight tonight.
I feel like it's like 2:00. They usually-
Why do
Yeah,
I have
last
to?
time
Why
they did
do
that.
I have to work tomorrow?
Yeah,
Because that's either gonna be really good or it's gonna be like Iron Fist and Luke Cage.
no,
I
it's shorter
liked
than
Luke
Iron
Cage.
Fist. Luke Cage was good.
I thought Luke Cage.
I
was
liked
actually-
the first half of Luke Cage.
Yeah, last
Okay.
half just was like.
Last time was you needed that.
No, Diamondback was stupid.
Diamondback
was
did a-
needed.
I was
No, he
really
wasn't.
excited.
Dude,
Dude,
no,
he had
was
no
fun.
super villains.
Yeah.
The dude was
It
crushing
gr-
everything.
It was great as like
He
gangland
needed
violence.
somebody to
and then
take him down. He
Someone
needed
came in as like, you know, like as bad. I'm gonna regret saying this sentence, but a comic book supervillain when it's like supposed to be like realistic and real world. This guy was like straight out of like a comic book in the cheesiest sense. It was like Wile E. Coyote. He had a gadget for everything.
Okay,
That's what he
And
is
it never
in
worked.
the comic book.
First,
But like the way they did it, I didn't like. He like so they kept hinting at him, and I think he would have been great as a second season villain if Cottonmouth and Black Mariah, or that was her name, right?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they were the main villains of the show, and you got Shades in the background being like, "Oh, Diamondback's not happy. Diamondback's not happy. I wear sunglasses all the time," and then
Yeah, like Shade.
so he takes down those two, and Shades buggers off and goes to Diamondback, and Diamondback comes in second season. That would have been good. What they had instead was they were making like a soup or a chili, and they just put way too many ingredients in, and it overwhelmed.
Can we just refer to that as the Sony project?
yes?
The
I
Sony
was gonna say that. But, no,
Spider-Man 3.
but with this, with Luke
Spider-Man
Cage
3.
though, you had the villains that you had couldn't stack up against him. Right? He needed somebody that was able to at least take him down a peg. You needed somebody who was super villainous enough
See, I just
to
thought
take
something-
him down. right? Even a little bit,
You
because
could have taken him down through the people, though.
no, but
You could. Yeah, you could.
yeah, well, this isn't One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Right?
Why not?
Well, we can't. No,
He
we can't
literally
do that.
actually ended up fighting most things with one punch.
But
here's
still.
the thing. Mariah, Shades, and Cottonmouth were all fantastic players in this play, especially with how Cottonmouth went out with Mariah killing him.
Yeah,
spoilers.
I didn't like that.
I didn't see that coming, though.
Yeah, nobody did.
I didn't see that coming, and like, I was like, one of you was better than the other.
When normally when you're watching a TV show or a movie, a lot of the times in order to make a character sympathetic before they're ended up killing off, they show those flashbacks and they show usually what I call it as what referred to as reverse Fast and the Furious syndrome, where they're like, oh, this is like a family to me, or they're really, really sympathetic, and it's like, now we're going to kill this motherfucker off. And they did that with Cottonmouth, and it was great, but you needed someone to fill the void. And Shades was more of a social manipulator. He wasn't the mobilized force. Now, the person who was perfect for it was exactly who they ended up getting. And the name just slipped me. Diamondback, sorry. Diamondback was perfect because he was involved in organized crime. They built him up just enough. He had military connections. He was getting the weapons, the gear. They built him up to that. Now, when they did reveal him, he should have confirmed the kill. That's shooting him, leaving him in the garbage truck, finished the kill. Yeah. You had that. You let him go for the sake of letting him go.
The way he carries himself, it was obvious that that's how he would normally act. He's not a half-ass kind of guy.
But if you look at all the other Netflix movies or Netflix series, they had someone who's a smaller villain and someone who's a bigger villain. That's the serum that they had going on.
Yeah, but they had 3 small villains and 1 big. They Spider-Man.
But that's the thing.
See, I got one really good question for you guys. Just like, because we're talking about Iron Fist, or not Iron Fist. I gave away my question.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about Luke Cage and how the Heroes for Hire story went, would you rather have seen Luke introduced through Iron Fist or through Jessica Jones?
Through Jessica Jones was exactly
Jessica Jones.
I know the Aliens comic books.
They did an introduction to Luke Cage fantastically.
Yeah.
I think they fell flat on the series of Luke Cage just because, well, the way they carried it, looking at the trailers, looking at what it was going to be street level. It was going to be Compton, or not Compton, Harlem. It was going to be him taking his city or his town back, whatever. And then that's why I thought it was good with Cottonmouth and Black, because they were trying to take control of that. They were trying to make theirs. So it made sense to have Luke fighting them.
But if you look at Daredevil had him fight a bunch of low-level gangsters.
Yeah.
And finally, he built himself up to Kingpin.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing. Low-level gangsters till finally getting up to Diamondback. Jessica Jones was fighting her own inner demons with her, as well as, on top of that, tracking down and proving that Purple Man was, a real person.
But this is where they're different. Daredevil, Jessica Jones were introduced in their series. Luke Cage was pre-existing through Jessica Jones. We already knew what he was capable of. So what
he was only pre-existing as a bar owner.
Yeah. He fought. He was fighting.
He fought and fucked.
He fought and fucked. But all he fought was just.
Fart?
Fuck, yeah, whatever. But it was just a bar fight.
That's what the whole explosion was.
Yeah, it was just a bar fight.
No, and there was the other time when he was fighting the gang and the dogs and he got shot and it literally bounced off of him.
Again, not big enough. It was more like teaser.
We already had a bit of an origin to who he was. We didn't need to re-see that for the first half of Luke Cage.
Again, Sony.
We already knew this man is bulletproof. This man can do this. We don't need him to. We don't have to have that build up.
But we still need a backstory for him. Yeah. Nobody knew his backstory in Jessica Jones.
They didn't really dip into. They dipped into it, yes.
No, they only talked about his wife.
No. In Luke Cage, they dipped into his backstory, yes. But I think in that one, they dipped in it too much, and I think they pulled it out like. I felt the flashback where he was in prison.
I didn't mind.
Like I actually felt taken out of the show when it was the flashback.
But
in prison.
I personally needed that.
It was
the reason
cool.
why I needed that was
cool.
because they needed to pay homage to his original outfit.
And I agree
I love how he
with
was
that
like, this
portion
was
of this.
and he took it off. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I agree with what happened, the end result of that, but the whole thing where he's in there and he's trying to be the better man. He's not trying to be the guy who's in prison. I was like, okay, cool. And then it's like now he's doing these, like he gets beat the shit out of him and then they do the experiment on him and becomes superhero. I was like, it wasn't anything
I
like.
didn't feel like it was placed properly within the series though. Like if they would have showed that at the beginning, I would have been like, oh okay. But
even
like,
then, even at
it
the
showed
very
up
beginning,
the flow of the show.
maybe
I
not.
found.
Yeah, because it was building up, and then that happened, and
it
what was
cut
it, like
momentum.
1 or 2 episodes?
Yeah, it was a full 2 episodes.
Full 2 episodes, and so there was that full 2 episodes. I'm just like, okay.
But it wasn't as bad as Iron Fist.
Yeah,
Iron
let's
Fist
disagree.
was
Iron Fist was
terrible.
Like there's more action in the trailers for Defenders than there's in the whole Iron Fist series.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
In my opinion.
And Defenders is less episodes
Yeah.
than Iron Fist.
I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited to see all of them together.
But I have reservations because 50% of the Netflix shows weren't that great, in my opinion.
It's okay to have differences of opinion, but I haven't seen Iron Fist. That's my major confession for you guys for today. But what I have seen involving...
You're
I'm
not
impressed.
missing
I'm impressed.
I want my business
when
back.
You started
Who are
when we
you?
started tonight, I thought there was nothing else you could say that would surprise me.
No, but here's the thing. I've actually liked all of the shows that they've put out. I have watched Luke Cage. I enjoyed that. Jessica Jones was a bit of a slog, but then when it came to the end, and as well as you have David Tennant doing a masterful job.
So good. I'm so
And he's
back
coming.
in
He's
season
back.
two.
in
Yeah,
season
I'm
2.
so
I
happy
don't
about
know
that.
how they're going to do it. If they're going to
Flashback,
replace
probably.
flashback,
Because
or
he
maybe
got his neck snapped. He ain't coming back.
Yeah.
from
Maybe
that.
he's
Somebody-
like an owl.
Somebody pointed out that what if that was somebody else? Because he can project images into people's minds as well.
In the comics, but did they ever?
They didn't.
We didn't touch upon it.
Yeah.
So they could have easily twisted her mind to make
See,
seem
I
that
feel
she
like
was snapping his neck,
that's
but
a
it's somebody else.
See, that's a cheap way of bringing back a character.
Oh, completely.
Oh,
It's like,
I agree with you.
who else could be a Jessica Jones villain?
Well, there could be many. You have to just figure out which out of the
Yeah,
wide
well,
bevy of
let's
Marvel
be honest.
villains.
Yeah, but
Let's
like,
be
what
honest,
ties
Luke's
into
gonna be
Jessica
there.
Jones?
Just purple man, really.
A good theory to have for the Purple Man is he is dead, but his memory, because of the abuse that she has suffered, she has him projecting in her mind, very similar to the
beginning.
Joker and the final Arkham game that just came out.
Yeah.
I never played that.
That is a damn shame. I would highly recommend you do. It's kind of weird, but
much
See,
tank,
I
though.
stopped.
Too much tank.
I
Yeah.
It was
stopped. I stopped.
Also
at
called the villain
Asylum.
from the beginning.
yeah.
When I was like,
Oh
you
yeah,
got-
I called that shit before, and I didn't even play the game.
I'm sitting there, I'm like Red Hood, and I just went on YouTube. I'm like, final fight.
So
Red Hood.
I think we've talked mostly about the Marvel series. What else do we have that is?
Okay, so then next we were talking about, we had Defenders, we had this, and then Avengers. No, there was one more thing. I'm just on the
Thor?
Twitch feed right now. You want to pull up the thing?
I believe it is talking about
Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, Lady Sif's back.
And X-Men. We forgot about X-Men.
Well, MCU.
We're doing
Yeah,
MCU.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
We will jump into yeah.
Yeah,
jump!
I can dream. I can dream. I can dream.
But that's exciting because they don't. She's a big player in the comics as well, so it's interesting to see how she plays out. I feel like she's gonna die fighting Hela in the beginning. I feel like you're gonna see the Warriors 3 and Lady Sif.
Hold the line while like
Is-
Thor tries to do
Yeah,
something.
and
and
then
Is
fails.
Natalie Portman still
No.
in? Okay.
Yeah, no, I think Pepper Pot or not. What's her real name? Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she was the only one who like was convinced to come back, even
Yeah.
then for a small cameo.
Well, I mean, because the thing is that I'm actually kind of with Portman no longer part of the picture in the Thor universe, right? There's obviously someone that needs to fill the role of the love interest, because
Sif.
Hollywood has a certain sort of formula that they need to go through, right? And when you have someone as big as Chris Hemsworth, you need somebody as well to basically swoon over his shoulder. So,
Well, wasn't Sif always slightly swoony?
well,
Yes and no.
there was some sort of implied thing in the original comic books where she and Thor dated for a very brief moment in time, but like they never really.
Brief for us or brief for Asgardians?
You're asking me to get specific here. I'm not Matt Pat.
Trevor, get specific.
She pillaged his village.
She pillaged this village. I love
She
it.
took his
Scorched
tower.
earth tactics.
She took his tower.
She was the first one to crush his hammer.
Oh, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Oh, man.
and
Might
so
have
did
gotten
hers.
A little projectile.
I was going to say that he brought the lightning, she brought the thunder.
Oh,
Just one big boom and clap.
Yes. Yes. They definitely
What do
rocked
you guys
Asgard.
think of Ragnarok?
I'm excited to finally
Thor's-
have a Hulk movie.
Because
We
Thor's
had
the
Hulk.
worst of the Avengers standalones.
yeah. It's
Yes and no. Like, Thor number
Yeah.
one was a good
It was good.
It was decent.
Ant-Man
It wasn't
is the
like
worst
amazing.
standalone.
What?
Ant-Man is, I think, the worst.
No, Iron Man
I
3. Iron
No,
Man
Like
3.
the standalone heroes, if you collectively take all or one of their movies, seeing as how a few of them only have one, I think Ant-Man ends up falling the weakest. I loved Ant-Man. Do not get me wrong.
Paul
I
Rudd was beautiful.
loved Ant-Man. Perfect casting. Like, it was great.
Everything.
But I think collectively popular opinion lowers Ant-Man below Thor.
You know what? I enjoyed Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, and it had some moments in there where I was sitting there going, okay, this has potential in it. And especially the only time I've seen Thomas the Tank Engine used as a weapon.
That was awesome.
Do you think they're
That
gonna
was
keep saying?
fantastic. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
No, do
Thomas
we
the
think
Tank
we're going to
Engine for the
take
win.
what?
Keep the ant as their like family pet.
Well, he died.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, the big one. No, the big one at the end. Remember, she's like,
They got
Oh,
another
that.
one.
Oh, it better be there.
Yeah. There
Oh,
is
would you-
No, that's
agree.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony didn't make it to the sequel.
there's a
Poor
setup
bastards.
for Ant-Man and Wasp
Yeah.
in the future. I'm
That's
interested
next
to
movie coming
see how exactly they play off of it. To be brutally honest, I actually like the candidate for Wasp better than Ant-Man when I was watching the movie. I'm just like, this chick is badass. Why does she
Hope?
not have the
daughter,
Yeah.
Hope.
Yeah.
Hope.
Why does she not have her own standalone movie? I would kill to see that.
And at the end, you watch the post-credit scenes, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Yay!
Yeah,
it's
it's
gonna
like
happen."
she taught
Angela Lily is really hot too, so it helps.
she taught Paul Rudd how to kick ass. Why is she not having her own standalone?
If you had a daughter, would you give her a super suit?
Yes, yes, I would.
Normal
I
people-
would say, congratulations, daughter. You've done me proud. You know why? Because I don't discriminate. Hashtag feminism.
Well, you're also not old like Hank Pym was in that movie. It's from a different time.
That
You gotta
actually
give him that.
bugs me.
They've
so
cast though
much.
Janet Van
Why?
Dyne for the sequel.
Yeah,
old?
I saw that.
Michelle
And I'm
Pfeiffer.
actually excited to see how she comes back because she went between the molecules.
Yeah.
Maybe she's just the molecule. It's like a cameo that way. See your face like a little bubble.
What? She goes between the molecules and her mom's there. Yo, what's up?
Yeah,
Exotic.
just been chilling, smoking some of that, cool, wild, cool, they
But
say.
that is
You get that
Intergalactic
between
Kush.
molecules.
But I
Where do you get that between molecules?
You're high on
Make it
life,
up.
man.
I don't like.
I'm sure. Sure. Sure.
Oh man.
But because of the Ant-Man movie, I can't help but wonder if Hank Pym's wife has actually like secretly been following him as she shrinks along like through the years, trying to get through the existential horror of her continuously shrinking, going through different universes and going, "I'm here all along. Please don't forget." So that fucked your mind, didn't it?
It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah. Except for
I'm right here.
yeah.
I'm on your shoulder.
It's kind of like when the Amazing Spider-Man 2 when Peter's trying to save Gwen and you see the little web and it's like the
The
hand.
hand is
It's like
stupid.
reaching out.
That was cheesy.
Yeah.
That was outrageously cheesy.
But you
funny,
knew she
though.
was gonna snap.
Yeah.
So if you read Spider-Man,
Yeah.
you didn't.
Or if you could just read
Sucks.
the mood.
yeah.
All right, X-Men guys. Wow, that picture of Cable.
He's spot on. Like he's
Right?
perfect.
Wait a minute. I want to point some information to the most important part of that outfit. That teddy bear.
Yes.
See, no, like, so there's two things that I want that teddy bear to be. I either want it to be something Scott gave him before he was teleported to the future and became an adult with some techno-organic bullshit, or I want it to be something Deadpool's and then he just took it as like a help me or
I'll
I
give you
shoot your
bear
teddy
back.
bear. It's one. If it's not one of those two things, I'm gonna be very, very mad.
I'm gonna go with the Deadpool taking the bear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I
I think
he
it
pissed
would-
him off. It was like, but not
That's
more
his-
so. It was a piss off thing because in the comic books, Deadpool pisses Cable off
All
all
the time.
But okay, but there's
So-
also times where Cable loves Deadpool and he does literally anything to make sure Deadpool.
They're
Yeah,
frenemies.
They're
It's-
frenemies. Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Good cop, bad cop.
Which one's
Yeah.
the bad cop?
I think we all know
I'm-
the answer to that.
I don't know. Have
I
you
almost feel like you would be Deadpool, and he would be Cable
I'm okay with that.
because of that slap. Mainly because of that slap.
Nailed it.
Like,
Anyways,
He's gonna steal my teddy bear.
he's
now.
gonna be angry for the
Why
rest
would
of the
you
day
even-
for that. He's
Oh
gonna
no,
go
I'm
home.
gonna get shot.
You
It's-
are.
I
I'm
would-
gonna take your
No,
teddy
no,
bear.
No,
no,
he's
this is the
gonna
ultimate
drag
way to
me
get-
to the gym. Is
No,
what
no.
he's gonna do.
The ultimate way to get back at Sean. I'm
Stay
not
away
gonna
from
tell
my
you
car.
when it's
Stay
going
away
to
from my
happen
fucking car.
or where, but I'm going to shit on the hood of your car. That's how I'm getting you back.
I will kill you.
But you know that's like the ultimate way.
I've killed
Now
for
the
less.
thought, the
I've
thought
killed for
is in
less.
my- in
It's
your
gonna
head.
be like that episode
Please,
of
if
Family
you want
Guy.
this to be seen, we will film this.
It's gonna be like that episode of Family
One guy, one car.
It's gonna be like that episode of Family Guy where
Brian shooting
Stewie.
himself?
No. When
Alright, let me
Stewie
know.
gives Brian a free hit because Stewie like beat the shit out of Brian. So for the entire episode after like Stewie gives that hit, Brian's just like and then at the end he just pushes him into the street and a fucking double-decker bus takes him out.
The other thing you could have easily done was given like the How I Met Your Mother approach, where it's just like you'll never know, it'll just happen.
Yeah.
But you'll get one of 5 slaps at any point in time that I so desire. You'll never know it's gonna
I'm
happen.
gonna get 4 by the end of this stream and then 1 on my wedding day.
Yes. It's literally gonna be it. And he's gonna make up things.
If
He's gonna be
anyone,
like, man, it's
if
our
anyone
slap-versary. What was
has
that?
any reason why these two should not carry on, father.
Here's the thing. Like, this is my audition for the show. I've never been anywhere near these guys. I only know AJ from Con Bravo.
So
And
far
I'm
you're
s-
beating Sean.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this. This is going fairly well. 10 minutes later, oh shit, we have a fight.
It's like prison. The thing you
How
do
is it like prison?
First
It
thing
is not like prison.
find the biggest, strongest guy and take him out. Look at what they did in
Shower.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Big blue guy up the nose.
Yep.
Trevor slap in the face.
But here's
But
the
the thing
thing,
is,
you're a little bitch. He can break you in half.
yes.
And
thing
I'm the
was-
light-skinned guy that gets fun time.
You're Peter Quill.
No.
Wait. I'm Groot. You're the blue guy. You're Rocket Raccoon, and you're Peter.
So Sean
Okay.
warned me
That
before the
works.
show because I found the leak for Game of Thrones episode 6 online, and I watched it because I just want more Game of Thrones. Like I constantly watch.
Yeah, but see now
like,
you have to wait 2
theories.
weeks.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. I'll rewatch the episode like 9 times. I've watched theories. I know the exact like numbers of soldiers in the Battle of Trident. Like
Holy
How many?
shit.
which side?
The left side.
That would be Robert's Rebellion with 3,800.
And the right side?
40,000
Nerd.
with Rhaegar. But he's still
Leave
alive.
this room, good sir.
Anyway, Sean told me he was gonna slap me, but I thought he was joking. And like, if he would have been like, "No, I'm actually gonna do it," there wouldn't have been that big of a reaction. I would have just been like,
Okay, yeah,
I
I'm
deserve
Deadpool. I'm
that.
Deadpool. I'm
Yeah, you're
Deadpool.
totally Deadpool.
but he's like, it was just like my first instinct was to, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Love you.
Yeah.
But
I'm still shitting on your car.
the interesting thing is
I'm not
that,
giving you a ride home. You're not allowed near the car.
what I've heard from HBO. So the recent leak was, I guess, a result of, I guess it was for the Nordic
Yeah, it was
version
like
of it.
Spain or something.
Spain and Nordic basically accidentally caused HBO to leak it, so it wasn't actually a result of hackers like the previous one was.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about it is it has not hurt their viewership. It has
Of
not
course
hurt-
it hasn't.
Yeah, they're consistently getting the
It's-
same numbers, which
it's-
proves that
it's a
Game of
thing.
Thrones is a really special series that I need to start watching.
Yeah.
More.
Well, no, it's a ritual, is what it's become. It's a Sunday night ritual. People gather, like almost every
Best-
Sunday, I go to a friend's house and we gather around, talk, watch it in silence because if anyone talks, we kill them, and then we talk again after.
Best description when you first watch the intro. Oh my God, this is 3 minutes. What the hell is going on?
Porn.
3 seasons in. Dun, 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 dun. That's pretty
It's
much
like
what
dang
happens.
fries are done, but with the Game of Thrones.
Legit. You watch the first season, you're like, okay, the intro's just so damn long. Let me skip it.
Come on,
Third,
it was
fourth
cool
season
though
in.
watching shit get built up.
Oh yeah, but come 4th or 5th season, you religiously watch that, and you're like,
No, I religiously watched that first season because they would actually tell you where they're going to be in the first season. Every
I didn't pay
episode,
attention.
you know, there's
I
a
didn't pay
place
attention at all.
there's a place that appears in episode 2 that does not appear in any other episode because it was only featured in episode 2, and in the opening credits they actually had it there. The later seasons, they just like, there was the North, which was Winterfell. There was the Night's Watch, was wherever the hell they ended up being. But then now they started bringing it back, where they started adding stuff in again, because before, anything beyond the wall or at the wall was just Castle Black. But now they had it East March by the Sea.
Fair enough.
That's true.
See, the thing is about Game of Thrones is that practically almost everyone in my entire group of friends is a huge Game of Thrones fan. I'm so bogged down with all my different creative projects, all my different shows and things, I don't actually have time to sit and watch it.
No, you do.
I
You're like my friend Mike. He's the same way.
Truth be told, with the exception of like a handful of things, I saw what happened with Hodor. I saw what's his face getting devoured by dogs. I've only seen the first 2 episodes, the full 2 episodes of Game of Thrones of the first season. So as far as I know, Game of Thrones is the wondrous story about a young boy who comes back after being comatose after watching hot incestual fucking, and that is the equivalent of the series.
It's actually not that far off.
It's
The
pretty
funny thing
accurate.
about that is I saw a meme just yesterday where it talks about season 1 where you're like, oh my god, incest, that's gross. The next line is season 6. It's like, oh my god, let the nephew fuck. Like,
One thing that I was dying this morning. Everyone's like talking about how they were excited to see Daenerys and Jon meet up, and then like they're like season 7. It's a picture of Bran and Jaime. It's like, can't wait for this reunion too.
Oh man,
that's gonna be gold.
fantastic.
That's gonna be gold.
Okay, so talking about not episode 6, but episode 5.
Okay, we'll do that because we still be.
Okay, I just want to point out the only reason I watched
'Cause
episode
you're weak?
6 is because I read I was reading
You
like,
wanted
a
to see
review,
Suicide Squad Westeros version?
pretty much. And like, I was reading the review for episode 5, and I was like, oh, like this sounds cool. And I like started going on about other stuff that wasn't in the episode. So I was like, what the fuck?
So it was a review of the 2?
Yeah, and I was
Oh.
like,
That sucks.
okay. And I'm like, that sounds too good to be true. Like that does not happen.
Mm-hmm.
Blank does not blank the blank the blank
So
the blank.
question, as a person who hasn't watched, do you give a shit about spoilers right now? Have you
You
given
know,
up on that?
I will
Before
not.
we go on, I think that's an important question. since
I've
you
already
have a
seen most
non-watcher.
of the spoilers. Like Hodor was supposed to be a huge thing, right?
Yeah.
And I just watched it completely out of context.
See the
And-
Burger King
yeah.
I sent you?
I still love the fake IKEA products, Hodor door stuff.
No, but even though, yeah, it's something that I will watch eventually. But I know I'm going to be like everyone else is miles and leagues above me. So go ahead and mention spoilers. I'm going to still enjoy the ride when I take it.
Okay, good. So carry on.
Like I'm not gonna say what happens the next
Yeah.
episode because I'm not that
But
guy.
but like I want to
But
stop
it's-
before we talk about like
Yeah.
prior episodes.
But it's just like what I read was like, okay, that's too awesome
Did not watch,
to be like, that's too awesome to happen. Like they can't pull that off,
and then they pulled.
and they pulled it off.
So is episode 6 the new episode 9? Because
Yeah, because
episode
like
9 has always been the big episode.
yeah, it's the episode before the finale,
Yeah.
right? It's always good, and they live up
Let's
to
end it on a
that.
high note, but not as high as the episode prior.
All I'm gonna say is Clegane is a moron. That's all I'm saying.
Oh shit! Now you need to watch it. Screw you!
If you guys got an
He's like
Android
one of
box
my
at
favorites.
home-
And this is why I didn't want him to know or watch the episode till after this show.
But like you'll
because
you'll
now we're
agree
gonna
with
both
me.
be sitting
No,
here
I
going.
hate you. No more talking about episode 6.
So
There's now
thoughts
a
on
million-
Domino, guys?
Yeah.
Yay or nay?
Yay!
I'm gonna change it completely here. I know I was a little too.
I like
Gotta
the
be
route they're
woo.
going with because let's be honest, if like we're pretty much in a you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't kind of
Yeah.
situation where if you don't include like someone of a, or something of a certain demographic or whatever, there's going to be people complaining that you didn't, and then if you do and you change something, there's going to be people that complaining that you
Still paint
did.
her face white. That's all I care. The girl is white and in a black dot. Like not even like white girl. I mean like white
Yeah,
makeup.
she's actually
she's
like no. I think her
actually, like-
skin is just pure, that's part of
just
her
pu-
mutation.
exactly.
I think, isn't it?
It's just-
she just
she
has
looks-
pure white skin. She's got that black dot, which I think that it's actually painted on.
Right.
But like, I like the aspect that they're going with because she's somewhat she's a black chick, and then so she's black and then she's got the white patch. I sort of like that direction, because I guarantee you, someone out there, I'm looking at you. If they cast her and then painted her white, there would
be a
that
huge outrage.
There'd be a huge outrage. You're
well,
concealing
why
her
not?
skin tone.
Why not
She's
make it
beautiful
seem
the way
like she has
is.
like vitiligo or something like that?
I have no idea what that is.
That's when like
The pigment changes.
Yeah.
to
Oh,
white.
sort of like
right, because then
what
it
was
can be part of
happening
a
to
mutation.
Michael Jackson before he
yeah,
went plastic.
because it could be a mutation.
Yeah.
Right, they can make that because Fox has the rights to say mutants.
Yeah,
they can
whereas-
easily say
yeah.
this is part of her mutation that's
Yeah,
slowly changing her. And
yeah,
throughout the movie,
but
you see slow changes on her body and
there'd
stuff
still
like
be
that.
a ton of people who
Nah, not. I don't think that way
I
because
guarantee
that
you
one no
would.
because that's actually a true problem with
bitch that ScarJo acted robotic in Ghost in the Shell. She literally plays a brain in a robot body. People actually said she acts too robotic. Have you ever watched Ghost in the Shell? She literally does that.
But the mass populace, when it comes to anime live actions, don't like the live actions for anime.
They'll find any excuse and
every excuse, right? Like we have had some terrible movies though. That's the thing.
There have been examples of a really fantastic adaptation of anime to live action. You guys might not have seen it, but it was a Tom Cruise movie called The Edge of Tomorrow.
Yes, that was really good. But you know why that was great? Because no one knew that it was originally.
I just don't like Tom Cruise. He's a really angry
and
man.
It's because you know what though. Edge of Tomorrow isn't the actual name of the
Yes, it's You Only Live Kill or something like that.
Yeah, it's a weird ass name. Live, Kill, Repeat.
No,
we'll Google it.
Google that for
us.
Jumping back to Domino, my only reason I'm so upset about... I'm not upset about how they cast Domino and how she looks. I'm just upset with how bang on comic accurate Deadpool's been and Cable is.
Yep.
And then
Colossus.
All
the other characters,
they changed her power. You can't call that comic accuracy. She's a telepath in the comics.
It's true.
So who's to say that her abilities weren't telepathic, that she was causing that to happen?
She was just contagious. No.
They never explain her powers.
I'm pretty sure she said she makes shit explode, doesn't she?
With her mind.
No, she's not comic accurate. You cannot add her to that list. I will accept everyone on that list.
What if it's a telekinetic power she was doing all that stuff with?
Now you're just stretching it.
I am, but they never explain her powers.
Live, die, repeat, and repeat.
Oh, you're close.
Yeah. That was what the name.
You just tried that. Did you just say that? Live, die, repeat.
Yeah, I just threw it up there.
Well, that was the tagline for the posters. But either way.
Oh wait, no, that's the name of the sequel. I should read more before I just start reading things.
Hi everybody, welcome.
He's late to the party.
No, the main problem that once again with Ghost in the Shell was obviously the Scarlett Johansson controversy. It's the simple act of you have a pure Japanese universe, Japanese story, a tale, and you chose...
There's 2 Asian people in it.
Yeah. For me, and I can understand, there are plenty of fantastic Asian actors and actresses out there that are completely snubbed. You know who actually, once again, I know she would be perfect. She even cosplayed as the Major. The name is drawing a blank right now, but she played Mako in Pacific Rim.
Okay, yeah.
She would have been
all you need is kill.
Yeah, all you need is kill. There you go.
Sorry.
But she would have been a perfect character for...
I agree, she has the perfect look and everything for it.
And with the boost that she got from the original Pacific Rim, it would have been fine.
Enough. Yeah.
Unfortunately, America doesn't believe in, making that happen.
Well, okay, I will.
They got enough.
Okay, to Devil's Advocate, I'm going to come to the defense of America. I don't want to be on this side.
You better be careful. A huge chunk of it is practically on fire right now.
Yes. Okay, no. Like, I'm a fan of Devil's Advocate. Even if I don't support that argument, I like to bring it forth. Hollywood is a business.
Yes, it is.
They need to sell shit.
Yes, it is.
They are obviously not reading the way of the world right now, but in history, Hollywood sells shit by casting certain people, and that's the direction they went. That is probably why they did it. It was the wrong move, but
they would have, regardless of who was in the role, whether or not it was Scarlett Johansson, if you remove her, okay, you replace her with a lesser known. You replace her with the lesser known actress who has a little bit of semblance in Pacific Rim, but the main thing about Hollywood is that a lot of its money comes from international box office sales.
And Japan loved Ghost in the Shell.
Japan, China, all the places around the world, they're just happy to see an adaptation. They didn't really give 2 shits about Scarlett Johansson.
No, actually, I heard that they loved ScarJo. What?
Yes, I think my only issue with this movie was timing.
Yeah.
They released it at a very bad time. It was just in the heels of Logan.
Yeah.
Right? That movie destroyed box office across North America as well as internationally.
No, better get it on.
Right? if they would have released that movie either earlier or maybe a month or so after, before.
Month or so after would have had Guardians though to contend with.
But it came out in March, right? They should have released it in mid-April.
Yeah.
Right? Just to give it enough traction so that when Guardians came out, it was just a thing in the past.
They should have
Because
released
April we
it
didn't
now.
have anything.
No, they should have released it now. Because right
Even
now
now is not exactly.
Dark Tower's sucking.
Right? Now would have been a great time for
yeah.
it too. There's so many
So
times they
bad.
could have released
I wanna see
a
it,
good
though,
movie.
still.
It's just it sucks because it's
Stream
like
it.
the time they released it was just the heels of Logan, which was doing great. There was another movie that came out that was really good around that time too.
John Wick 2.
I liked John Wick.
John
That was a
Wick
good-
2.
That was so good.
But like, no, I still think if you can stop being a social justice warrior and think about the race aspect of Ghost in the Shell, they did a really good job. I loved the movie. I went to see the visuals.
Are you considering me a social justice?
No. I'm general speaking.
Okay,
general
'cause-
speaking.
yeah.
As people like, so because a lot of people who
Fuck with you guys.
just bash the movie, there's like, I read multiple reviews, and
Was it Boss Baby?
like 90% of the reviews
movie you're
all
thinking
were
of?
about
Boss
the
Baby actually did
whitewashing
better
of
than
it. Like,
Boss Baby when it
you
first
guys didn't
came
talk
out.
much about the
So
actual movie. You
fucking
talked
bad.
about their casting, which that's history. You can't get past now. Talk about the movie.
Well, actually, there is because one of the things I do in order to get better at my craft, because I am a YouTuber, I watch a bunch of other different
That's the movie
YouTubers
that
that are
killed it.
available.
Yeah.
There is someone out there who goes by the name of
Yeah.
NerdWriter1 who basically
white girl.
dissects and does video essays on various different subject matters, and he did a side-by-side comparison for Ghost in the Shell, the original animated film, and the modern day one, showing the semblance and the importance of the scene where there's the cyborg, basically,
Yeah.
where he believes that he has memories of
Yeah.
his previous daughter, and showing how the original film is much more engrossing, how the city itself is alive and well. It's
Yeah.
part of the entire story, and it leads into it. I would strongly recommend to anyone watching, please check NerdWriter's YouTube for more information. Hey, what you got, AJ?
I'm sorry. If Sean's wearing Ash's hat and Trevor's going to follow him around until he gets revenge, does that make Trevor Misty?
You're Misty. I knew I had a thing for gingers.
I will briefly say, just to correct, because I will get backlash if I don't state it. The character Makomori was played by the actress Rinko Kikuchi. And I just wanted to throw that in there before people start
Saying, how
hitting.
could you not know her?
How could you not know? And
This
I'm
girl
so,
who's appeared in one movie that everyone's seen.
well, she's done.
She did a
Don't
great
watch
job.
Industry
Honestly,
Video,
God,
that would've
I agree 100%. If they cast her as Major, it would have been great. She
But
would've
like
been
I
a
said, the
perfect choice.
timing was terrible
Yeah.
for that movie because Beauty and the Beast came out that month.
That
was the other movie. Like Logan and Beauty
saw
and the Beast. Those
all the
two
white
movies.
girls
I
just
still gotta see. I
always-
still want to see Beauty and the Beast. I was supposed to go with Lauren.
That
and it
movie
just never happened. She
destroyed
was-
I
Box
saw
office,
Phone
man.
off me.
I saw Beauty and the Beast with the man who is 200 pounds heavier than me, taught martial arts, karate, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching it going, man, people are going to think that we're on a date. This is getting really awkward. He starts crying in the middle of it, and I'm just sitting there going, this is awkward as shit. And then it gets into the movie, and I'm like, this is actually a really nice take. Holy shit, Ewan McGregor's in this?
Ewan McGregor's in that?
Yeah!
Which one is he?
He's Lumiere.
Some bitch.
Some bitch! Some
Yo,
bitch!
I know what I'm gonna stream when I get home.
No, the movie was perfect.
Oh, I
From
heard
start to
that.
finish, I loved every second of it. I was singing along with half the songs myself. Like
I do
and
that
then-
when I watch the original animated one.
Exactly, I do too. Like Be
I
My
love
Guest.
Disney
That's I love the
movies.
Disney.
I love them.
Be My
They're
Guest
Be
song.
My
Right?
Guest.
So,
Be my guest.
you're right. So that was so. Anyway, what I loved about it is just the girl who played Belle, Hermione
Watson.
Granger,
Emma Watson.
Emma
Hermione's-
Watson. She did a really good take on the character, and a lot of people did give her a little bit of bash on that, but whatever. I liked it. But that was the movie that destroyed Ghost in the
Yeah.
Shell from being something that could have been great.
Yeah, it came
You
out
know
at
what
the
I
wrong time. It also, like, the casting thing was a big negative because of where the
They should have
North
released
America
it in February.
Where North America is right now, it's like a fucking explosion waiting to happen.
Yeah,
It's
the
Krakatoa.
sad thing is it's only getting worse.
Yeah, but we have not
Oh, yeah, me
season
too. I
10.
don't follow it.
Yeah, what the shit?
So let's get into DCM, you guys.
Yes.
Okay. Holy crap.
There was a lot. Holy
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
So apparently the first thing I'm gonna bring up is
What the fuck was that? I
What?
just took that in. Like Barry Allen.
So apparently in Suicide Squad, that scene at the beginning, Barry Allen is 16.
That's a lie.
Apparently,
Why does
yeah.
no? That's a
He
lie.
had a perv stash. In
exactly. He was 16 catching freaking Captain Boomerang in the suit that is there in the Justice League movie?
That's apparently what they said. Yeah.
Well, okay, but
Josh Whedon said it. And
okay, why would he change his suit?
Why would you?
He doesn't.
Josh Whedon said it? Okay.
Okay. No, but like, think about it. Why would Barry Allen, who has his little clubhouse, change his suit?
Well, because he has another suit in the first intro when you watch the Justice League trailer.
Yeah.
Where Barry Allen and Batman meet.
Yeah.
He has an old suit there, and you see it tattered. You see it ripped.
That could have been a proto. Yeah.
No, but you don't
likes his
see
Power
any other
Ranger
suit
suit.
sitting there.
This is
Maybe
the
he likes his
problem.
Power Ranger suit.
This is the problem when you have a character who can move so fast he can jump through time itself. Because you're sitting there going, okay, which interpretation of Barry Allen is it? Is it something from the future, something from the past? What exactly are we dealing
Did
with?
the CW guy mess with the timeline so bad somehow that he's in the movies now?
Well, I'm sorry. When he came back in Justice League, he was screaming at Batman's face. You still see the perp stash from 16-year-old
Yeah.
Barry.
I don't know. And then
Batman.
you want to mention that Army
Superman's
Hammer's Justice League.
I don't know if you guys watched last week's episode, but we did a reading of the Justice League Moral script.
That's
Do you
fun.
guys remember you guys know what Justice League Moral was?
Yes,
Mortal.
I do. Wasn't that the failed attempt with Army Hammer that was canceled just because there was too much on the plate at the time and they went
Yeah.
with someone else?
Yeah, Army Hammer. Common was supposed to be Green Lantern. Who was the other?
Who's
character?
Army Hammer?
He's, oh my
He's
god.
the Winklevoss.
No. I
Twins.
know who was
What
he
was
going
he?
to play.
Batman.
Batman.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what he did? He did a good job as Ilya Koyakin in Man from U.N.C.L.E. because I can see him being that serious stoic dude.
See, at that point, he was still a relatively high in-demand actor. It wasn't, the Lone Ranger hadn't come out at that point, right? So he was still,
Lone Ranger.
he was still riding high off the popularity, and a lot of people give, like...
What's a pretty big movie again he was in, sorry?
Huh?
What was a big
He's in the
movie?
Social Network.
Social Network?
He was the Winklevoss twins.
He was
Okay.
in something
He played
else,
two
because
I feel like the name should be predominant
Yeah.
enough that I should know this, and like I only really started learning about this
To the Google.
recently.
To the Google!
He was in Man with Uncle, or From
Yeah.
Uncle. But
Yeah,
the
From
really
Uncle.
cool thing they were talking
Different
about with Justice League Mortal was
The
the
bat
bat suit was like, it's the easiest way to describe it. It sounds like the suit from Crisis.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
what?
they said the
Yeah.
words exoskeleton,
Yeah.
and basically like there was a bunch of different like pistons and different
Sploosh.
things. Yeah, pretty much. And
Sploosh.
Archer
Nerdgasm.
reference.
Then we got Justice League reshoots that removed Darkseid arriving on Earth. I'm happy with that.
I'm not against removing him. I'm against the reshoots for the point of now whose movie is it?
Josh Whedon's.
And that's what I don't.
I'm
like.
very happy for that.
See, I'm kind of
No.
not. No.
You don't know
because
my hate against Zack
I know
Snyder,
your
bro.
hate because
My-
last time you got Scott Snyder, who is a god to the comic book world,
Yes.
confused, and you started saying you were going to murder. I was like, whoa, simmer down there, bud. But like, no.
Zach.
This is what I don't like. Zach put a lot of work into it and everything,
and
then-
made it dark and convoluted, and
I'm okay with dark. I think Marvel has a good thing going with their lightheartedness. DC could be great as a dark, sort of
it
thing.
can be great. However, they have routinely dropped the ball.
Because routinely they've done reshoots and tried to lighten it up. Look at Suicide Squad.
Well, it's not just
Suicide
Batman
Okay.
v Superman.
Yeah.
I like
Batman v Superman.
Because you're on crack.
The previous
What was that?
the previous Superman movies also was a huge. I took
I
massive,
loved Man of Steel.
I took huge offense to those movies. Like I was like literally looking at it, going, "I am actually honest to good."
I
like
liked Man
pants
of Steel
split,
really well.
Lou Ferrigno pants
And I'm on
splitting
Fox.
rage,
I-
inducing.
I liked Man of Steel. I thought it was good, and I thought it had a good vibe going.
We're gonna make a superhero where collateral damage doesn't mean dick. Okay.
But
I'm
they-
sorry, have you seen Avengers 1?
They were all working together to save the fucking city. There
And then
was
the
just-
U.S. Army's like, fuck Manhattan, nope, bitches.
But they stopped that. They
And they
came
still-
together. They walked out on top. You can't
Okay,
defend
they walked
Man
out on-
of Steel. We're gonna create like a giant gravity fucking beam that'll lift
And
buildings
Superman
up
tried
into
to
the sky.
stop it, so why is it okay for the Avengers to try and stop cosmic destruction,
point.
but it's not okay for Superman to do it?
It's
and
not-
he did it by himself. They had a team, and they couldn't save Manhattan. He saved the goddamn world,
AJ.
bitch.
Because Avengers had Tony Stark. He could pay for everything to fix it.
Here's the thing,
Bruce
though.
Wayne.
Bruce Wayne wasn't in Man of Steel.
I know, but
He was in that one.
Because they decided to add that in for Batman v Superman to try to tie that in.
There's a
very
lot of
terribly.
things. There's a lot of things that go into Hollywood productions. Things such as the actor's ability, the strength of the script, how it's directed, how it's shot, as well as the people that edit it post-production. There's a lot of things that could potentially go wrong, and the fact that it does come together can mean the make or the break for the films. One of the reasons why Suicide Squad didn't do well is because they used a trailer house to edit it, and a lot of people were saying, well, this is edited like garbage. But the thing is that what I want to get to is primarily the difference between what Avengers 1 does and what the Man of Steel movie does. So it does show the aliens invading. It is showing the damage. It's showing people coming together. It's showing people stuck in this chaotic world. It is showing the Avengers working as one. My problem with Man of Steel, and I'm starting to shake because this is the rage that is boiling in my gut right now, is you have the shot where the giant whatever the terraforming thing is over top of Metropolis. You see people staring up from ground zero, looking at it in awe. Pieces of building are slowly rising up. You know that there are people on the ground in that scene about to get destroyed, being lifted up into the ground, slammed repeatedly, over and over and over again. It was unsettling to watch. It was rage-inducing.
I wasn't unsettled.
How fucking stupid could you be bringing in such horrible 9/11 imagery to basically sell your fucking movie? I took offense to that movie.
Notice how nobody really got injured, though, in that scene, right? They had Superman fighting the one cause, right?
Yeah.
He had nobody helping him save the people. Mm-hmm. With Avengers, it was like a team of people. Some were saving, some were stopping, some were doing this. And you're saying collateral damage between the two cities. Difference is, collateral damage was at least somewhat avoidable to save. Collateral damage was done only because they needed to save people, and they were saving people in the process.
Yeah.
Like the scene where you see Hulk jump onto the building, and he's slamming some of these guys up off the the building, right? He's stopping them from jumping to the ground and killing off people because they're coming in shooting everybody.
Yeah, I understand that. But I will counterpoint, Superman made it more realistic. You think about it, you have a city of people. And how many heroes were there in Avengers 1? 6? 7?
Also, it's hard to draw a comparison in this center. I'm actually you don't even have to worry about and there's a reason why. Man of Steel was set in a time where they didn't know where their direction was going. They didn't know they were going to have people. Because, to be fair, Superman would not have done that by himself, provided there was a team available. Yeah. Right? Because, realistically, anytime there's been Earth...
I will defend that.
Whenever there's been Earth things like that, Justice League usually steps in.
And they didn't have a Justice League then.
Exactly. Because they didn't know what they were going to do.
And
sorry, can I just... jump in with something.
Because you don't talk very much.
Yeah, I've been trying to get this point across, but you guys are just so powerful with your voices, and I'm just like, I have a reference. I have something to add.
I would very much like to see this.
So
He's getting ready to shut me down.
That was
I appreciate what you're saying and how horrifying the imagery was, and I appreciate what you're saying is, I agree with Sean just for the sole reason if you read a Superman comic, everything always gets destroyed. And the reason I liked it was because it was really comic book accurate. That's my only reason I'm using the comic.
Minus the fact that his underpants were on the inside for once.
And then he killed Zod?
And he killed Zod. But the
to
thing
save
is,
a family.
You never really saw the terraforming thing happen in the comics.
He could have done something else to save.
Yeah, they could have did something else that way. They didn't have to be. But I liked how the scope of it was so extreme. And you could actually, what I liked about Man of Steel was you got to see Superman actually, go full out against someone. You got to see the scope of his power. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was cool to see how strong Zod was and how strong Superman was. If you're going to have Superman, you got to give him someone he can beat up. Because, if you compare it back to the old Superman movies, there wasn't really he threw his S at someone.
Yeah.
It was like,
well, I mean,
that's like PJ getting excited.
Or he takes a bullet to the eye and then he dodges the gun when it's thrown.
But the thing is about the previous Christopher Reeves movies were ungodly schmaltzy. There is no way I can defend them. They're unwatchable to me. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't change the fact that when he was fighting against Nuclear Man, oh god, I'm referencing that one. He had the common foresight to take the fight off the fucking planet. Period.
But the thing is, though, This was literally when he became Superman.
He doesn't
so
know
he didn't
the scope of his
know
power.
what was gonna happen. He didn't like he probably could have like.
You literally watch him learn to fly.
Yeah, like it looks like a supersonic fart, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because he like goes like
But-
this and he like
Yo,
looks like he squeezes
read
his
New
butt cheeks.
52 Aquaman.
But
Like the first issue and like the second page, he like golden farts.
Man of
It's
Steel, he knew his powers.
What?
Man of Steel, he knew his powers.
He knew. No, he knew.
Yeah, he did.
I don't think he knew the scope of the destruction
No,
that was
he-
gonna happen in Metropolis.
He didn't. No, because he never tested it. He knew he had these powers. He knew what the powers were, but he did not
He
know
was
their
already
levels.
Superman during this movie.
Yes.
He in the movie, if you
You
remember,
watch
he,
him to learn to fly.
No,
he
but-
literally took a plane or a helicopter or something.
He
to
dropped
the
down.
Arctic.
Jimmy Olsen died in vain.
he
Let's
knew-
go to Afghanistan. What's the worst that can happen?
That's Batman
Batman v
vs
Superman.
Superman.
Oh, sorry.
First thing
My
he
bad.
shows up, he stops the plane.
Hold that rage
Right?
for
He was
another
already
movie.
flying. He stops the plane.
That was bullshit.
Wait, at the beginning? When does he?
in Man of Steel.
when
He
does he
stops
stop
the
a
plane, does he
plane?
not?
I don't
Or am
remember
there's
that.
that Batman
It's
v
the oil
Superman.
rig.
Oil rig,
He
right?
stops
Yeah.
so he knew his strength.
No,
but he didn't know his flight or any of
He
that
already knew
shit.
his powers because he already had the outfit.
No,
I-
he got the.
He got
Okay,
the
you
outfit
clearly
from
have
Oil
not
Rig.
watched the movie.
I gotta
He
rewatch
goes,
it again.
Yeah,
he goes to
you
the
do.
Fortress of Solitude and gets it from Jarrell.
Well, no, he goes to a spaceship.
Yeah,
and
he
gets it
finds a
from his
spaceship
dad.
in the ice, and
Here's-
his dad's like
Okay,
walking
fair
around.
enough.
I do
so
wanna-
they already retold
and
the
then-
story to
yeah.
begin with, so there's
Yeah.
already messed up. So if we're Zack Snyder messed that up. So
There's
moving on.
there's one thing.
You don't even know the source material.
Yeah, right,
I'm
but Zack
against
Snyder
it.
messed it
You're
up
like
again.
just wrong.
I'm going to say two things, one of which will lead into our next topic point because I actually looked at the script beforehand and it's making me laugh that we're talking about Superman, especially how you guys worded it on the goddamn script. But the thing was with Man of Steel, so you have this giant fuck you machine that basically can terraform any planet and make it compatible with life on Krypton.
Yeah.
Why the fuck does Zod just even bother? Okay, so there's a chance where my entire civilization will be fucked up if I carry on this petty blood feud back when I was on Krypton. Why not just go to Mars, terraform the shit out of that, rebuild Krypton there, and then come with an invading
I
force?
don't
I
know if
want
it was it any planet or was it a like Earth was hospitable enough
Anything
to do
under the yellow sun
Yellow
should give
sun?
them their powers.
He could go to Uranus, Saturn.
it.
Yeah.
No, he couldn't because those are gas giants.
Oh shit!
They're literally just balls of gas in space.
Hey guys, this is awesome. I have now been appointed the nearly portion of Nearly Nerdy. I'm actually.
Wait! You didn't know
On your own show?
Jupiter.
I know,
Jupiter
I'm actually-
to,
I'm kind
so
of
wait,
happy.
It's Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus. Jupiter and Uranus are gas giants. They're not planet like they're not
Is it
bond
Uranus?
planets.
Look, I just went off of Jupiter because she's my favorite Sailor Scout. Don't judge me, okay?
I'm judging the shit out of you.
I love it. I love it.
But the funny thing that I want to bring up is the script was talking about no more Superman movies starring a certain actor. Thank fucking Christ was how it was written.
Oh yeah, fuck him. I hated him.
Who? What? What?
Someone might have removed it, but I think it was like Tom Welland or some shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tom Welling said that he does not. So he was approached to be asked to be on Supergirl, and he was like, "No, I don't want to be Superman."
I think that was removed. I think someone removed that because it was on here. I remember
Yeah,
seeing
what?
it.
I was
Isn't he
looking.
going to be in another show coming out?
But not Superman.
There's another show he's supposed to be coming out now, and I can't remember who it's supposed to.
He died with Smallville.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I don't care.
Yeah, they ruined Aquaman.
I like that Cyborg's character is going to be a little more lightened. He's a funny character. He's always been a jokester.
He is, and I agree with him being lightened. I'm kind of worried though that it's gonna now look out of place.
But
That's
as
it,
long
they
as
need
you
to
still have
fit
a
it
bit
in.
of like the pain.
One eternity later.
I will never stop making
That
fun
was
of
that.
Martha.
Everybody.
I will
yeah.
never stop making
Martha-
fun of
Martha-
How do you know that name?
Again,
Martha was
because-
stupid.
Do you guys
Because-
know? Sorry,
Yeah, go
going
on.
back to Martha. In Punisher versus Deadpool, there is
Oh,
a scene.
was I the one who told you about this, or
I
did you
think
read
you
it?
read
showed
it.
me this.
And then so
Fucking kills me.
Deadpool is like on the ground, and like Punisher's got a gun to his face. He's like, Martha, and he's like, what? He's like, oh, that doesn't work here.
No. It was so fucking good because it was reversed. It was Punisher on the ground. Deadpool finally had it because in every other issue, Punisher got Deadpool and killed him or whatever. Or won that little
Killed
duke it out.
Deadpool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can't kill him. He just comes back.
Yeah.
But it was the other way around. And like Deadpool didn't want to kill the Punisher. He just wanted to stop him or slow him down. So he does the name thing, and then Punisher's like, my mom's name is Louise. Then it was like, oh, then fuck you, and shoots him. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. My mom's name is Louise. Fuck you. Done. And like, I read that, and I died. It
man.
fucking killed me.
Keeping on with DC MU, the rumor right now is that Nightwing's supposed to be Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Who the hell is that?
Kick-Ass!
Yeah.
Quicksilver.
I'm not against that. Like, he's got a
He's not a bad actor.
He's good.
He's
He's
not
already
a bad
got
actor.
guys. He's already awesome with sticks.
Yeah.
Like
You know, this
Kick-Ass.
is perfect. No. I like that. I like that casting.
This
Like,
is perfect.
okay, this is
Right?
gonna be like, this is gonna sound weird. He's got the hair for it.
He's got the hair for it. He's got the physique. He's got he's got the mentality.
Well, no,
Not
like,
where I thought that was going. I think you're gonna say like he looks like Hawkeye.
no,
He
that
kinda
wouldn't
does.
have been weird. That would have been
Nightwing.
weird.
Aaron Taylor
fuck.
Johnson is a weird actor for me because before being in Kick-Ass, I saw him in a music video for REM's song Uberlin, where all he is interpretive dancing all around like New York City, and it's the weirdest fucking thing I've
He was
ever
also
seen.
Godzilla, actually.
He wasn't Godzilla. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was the
I
main.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Shit. Sorry.
But
Sorry.
I like whenever I see him, I'm like, there was a scene where you're dancing on top of a pole and pretending to be a squirrel. I can't take you seriously as an actor. Henry is laughing in the background. You can hear it. He is choking on his Mountain Dew. Look it up. It is called Uberlin. It is off
I
the
will
Collapse
Google
Into
the
Now
Shit
album.
out of that.
I'm just picturing him with a squirrel.
But like, no. So I think.
But
I
that
think
just shows
that's
his
a good choice.
gymnastic abilities.
Yeah.
He
I'm
can stand
I'm
on the
okay
pole.
with that because yeah, Nightwing's a gymnast. He
Right?
was a trapeze artist.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that casting if it's true. I'm not okay with that casting replacing Ben Affleck as Batman.
Oh, interesting tidbit for you guys. So I watched an interview with Casey Affleck, his brother, and they're like, because all the controversy, is he gonna be Batman? Is he not gonna be Batman? Is Ben stepping down? Is Ben gonna do this? Ben gonna do that? His brother was asked. He's like, "Is your brother Batman still? What's going on?" He's like, "I don't think he's gonna do it, but."
I think the only reason he would step away is because of all the uncertainty that's happening with his movie.
Every movie with DC is having a problem. Like the only thing that's staying on track is their animated movies.
I want to see
Note to DC, just give us animated.
Just give us animated movies.
Speaking
Make
of
them go to
animated,
big
Gotham by
screen.
Gaslight, and then we're gonna, I believe, have Red Sun. They're going
Yeah,
Elseworld.
I gotta watch
I'm
that.
okay with that.
I want to watch the Harley Quinn Batman one that just came out. That looks. It's
What
been
about
getting good
Batman and
reviews.
Two-Face with Adam West?
Yeah, I'm already. That's like already on my list, ready to go as soon as it happens. I love Adam
Gotta
West.
show love to the
Oh.
OG Batman.
Yo,
love Adam
I
West.
watched that shit when I was a kid, and like my one buddy, me and him, we bonded over like the one time we were playing Xbox, and he's like, "Man, I love that old school Batman." I'm like, "You mean with Adam West, where he's got the fucking eyebrows and shit?" It's like, yeah, it was the best.
I'm gonna stop you, Riddler.
yes, that makes
What
sense.
is this gonna do? I don't know, but it's fun.
it was campy, but I really do enjoy Adam West Batman. I really am going to miss him now that he has unfortunately passed away.
Is he still in Family Guy? That's the
No,
series.
no,
No,
I
they
think they-
signed him off. They found
Yeah.
a way to like take him out of the show.
I was wondering how
It
they
was,
were gonna.
it was
were they
done
gonna-
tastefully too.
Was it? How'd
Yeah.
they do it?
I don't know. I
How
do
do you
remember
know it's
watching some
tasty?
because I remember
Assuming.
reading some
Oh,
comments on it and
Poster.
stuff like that. It was done tastefully.
Remember, he goes to Alaska, but then he comes back.
Mm.
So I don't know if like.
Does Lois become mayor of Gohog again?
I don't know.
9/11. Yeah.
But yeah, straight up, like if you guys get a chance, watch Return of the Caped Crusaders. It was beautiful. I loved every second from start to finish of it. It was so much so much fun to watch. So campy. Everything was great, especially the TV dinner portion where they're stuck in the dessert and they're like, normally normally say that everyone must eat all of their food, but this would be the only time that I say we should eat dessert first. Right? And just Adam West's voice, and they had all the main characters from the original series play half the voices in the show. It was perfect. So I'm so happy that doing one more with him, just to kind of sign him off for the rest of life, and I'm happy. But Harley Quinn, Batman.
So it's an animated movie.
Animated movie.
It's just called what? Batman and Harley, or Harley
Yeah,
and Batman?
yeah. It's
Okay.
gonna be great.
I'm down.
You need to watch it. It's gonna be awesome.
Speaking of that, like back like to the DC movies, yeah, their animated stuff is probably their best.
Oh, they're great.
It's what was the one I watched recently? It's on Netflix. It just got added to Netflix. It's Damian Wayne joining the Teen Titans, and I thought it was.
Oh, that's
That's
Justice League versus
no,
Teen
versus-
Titans.
Justice
Yeah.
League versus Teen Titans.
yeah,
Jesus.
that's it.
I really do want to see a Starfire movie. She's my favorite DC character, but I also know that I'm very scared with how
They
DC
will
is going.
animate that.
Well, I don't know if they would
She's a very overly
They-
sexualized
Yo.
character.
Her original
I-
thing was literally like nipple pasties and like a banana.
Here's
hammer.
the thing. That's the
Decanol.
you're going off of that version. My version of Starfire, like the
Tell
first.
me it's the Teen Titans cartoon.
Yes, it
from,
is
like, early
the
2000s?
Cartoon Network Teen Titans
Yeah.
one, not Teen Titans Go. If you say Teen Titans Go, I will punch
I'll
you.
slap you
God,
like
that
I did
show
Trevor.
is so terrible.
But what they did with Starfire that they set up in the original Cartoon Network show was just amazing. She was pure innocent. She was like a foreign exchange
Yeah, it
student
was really
who
well
was
done.
trying to learn from the ground up, and she was strong. She was independent. She didn't understand a lot of concepts. I still have yet to try pizza with mustard on it, but it will happen. And I love the wholesomeness that was about
the
her.
reference this girl made on her Facebook the other day.
Huh?
I
What
want to
is it?
message her. Be like, I catch you. I understand your reference.
But no, I agree with her. And in Justice League vs. Teen Titans, there is a bit of that sort of naivety, or whatever. I'm bad with words, but like, point is, there is a bit of that there.
It's just
And
like a
the-
fully grown woman.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
literally goes all out the window
Yeah.
when they have them suiting up to fight someone, because as she just like materializes her like civilian clothes off of her. I'm like, so now she's a glowing naked woman.
Yeah.
And then like she starts building her outfit, and there's literally a shot where it's her ass, and it just forms the thong disappearing between her butt cheeks. I'm just like, this is a kid movie.
The thing
It's
that
actually
I,
PG-14.
Point is,
Daddy,
that.
I love this
like,
movie.
They do that, but like
AJ's there with
and
his
then-
kid.
and then, like, so then there's a couple more scenes of her outfit, like her gloves and her boots, and then it goes to the front of the thong where the mini skirt forms. I'm like, you couldn't have done the thong and the mini skirt in one scene, and you had to close up on that ass with like, it's like you. Did you ever see Grown Ups?
Yep.
That like bad Adam Sandler and gang
Yeah.
movie when like one of David
daughter-
Spade's daughters goes
Yeah,
down
they're all like-
and her ass like just engulfs her bikini. It was literally that, and I'm just like, this is a cartoon,
Yeah.
and this isn't Japanese like
Yeah.
anime or hentai. Why is this here?
it's unfortunate because once again, the original Teen Titans cartoon that was shown on Cartoon Network showed that you can do a legitimate, decent superhero story without over-sexualized characters,
Yep.
without needlessly convoluting things, and actually made you feel at some point. I cried like a bitch when I found out what happened to Tara.
I
Yep.
didn't end up finishing or like finding any of that out, so now I'm scared.
Watch Judas Contract.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
Watch
still.
Judas Contract. It does a good story, a good telling of it, and shows Beast Boy and Terra's connection and stuff like that as well. Also shows another cool side of Damian Wayne. You get to see since Starfire has been running the Teen Titans since
Yeah.
Nightwing's been gone, it brings him back into the scene. Right, and it shows their relationship still, that they still have a thing for each other. They have been having a thing for each other since
Like Starfire and
yeah.
that actually appears in Teen Titans.
It does. So you see them
and it's
having
like,
a-
they're having like their
Video
face
chat.
or Skype chat or whatever, and like she's barely dressed and like she just stretches her legs, and it's the funniest scene in the entire movie
Because you see Nightwing just-
Nightwing's just like,
But it's awesome because he actually has a conversation with her in the previous movie, Bad Blood,
Yeah.
when he's fighting Blockbuster.
yeah.
The whole time he's on.
Yeah,
no, is
he's
it
talking to her.
Yeah, it's Blockbuster.
Yeah.
He's talking to her in the
Yeah.
in the Bluetooth while
Watch
he's fighting.
yourself, Jumbo
Right?
video.
I love it. I love the fact that
But at least in that
they
fight, he
continue
didn't
that
go,
relationship. But still,
Like-
he was just like, "We're gonna have a date. Don't worry. I'm just busy. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know, talking
That
about
relationship.
It. So
So
cool.
then I like that. I like that
Yeah.
aspect. But like, I love that they're like in comic books, Starfire is overly sexualized. What does she need to be in the animated? Overly sexualized.
Me too. So
Go
you know,
Japan.
If they were to do, actually, well, speaking of Teen Titans, Young Justice is finally coming back.
What?
But it's only on the DC streaming.
I'm fine. I'll spend money for that.
I'm sure there will be illegal copies.
I have an Android box, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
Like, I
He has an Android box. I'm no longer worried about that.
yeah, I'm gonna just like that's how I watched Game of Thrones episode 6. It was just like I clicked on Game of Thrones, like I'm gonna rewatch episode 5. Ooh, 6 is there. I'm gonna see if it works.
It just happened to come into
Oh,
being.
man.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
guys, the things.
So before we finish off here, so we've already mentioned pretty much half the stuff through bits and pieces
Yeah,
throughout this
and
entire
we've
show,
left
which is
out the other
awesome.
half.
Which I'm really happy because like we managed to cover almost everything we wanted to talk about. The few things we haven't mentioned yet would be Lego Marvel Universe 2. I was telling you about this. The picture alone gave me a nerdgasm because it covers everything right now in the current
Is that
universe.
the game or
The game that's
Okay.
coming out,
See, I've
right?
never-
I didn't even know there was a game coming out.
I never got really into the Lego games in general.
Yeah,
They're fun. They're
I
like-
like that's the thing. They're fun,
they're
and
like-
I played.
If you're a trophy hunter,
Yeah.
it's like an easy.
I played the original.
I've watched all those. They're fantastic.
What is it?
Because I was showing, because I found out that there was a Marvel anime a couple days ago, and I just sort of nerdgasmed.
There's also 2 movies that are done as well that aren't listed there, maybe not by the same producer. There is Iron Man: Rise of the Technovores and Black Widow and Punisher.
The Iron Man: The Technovores is just painful to watch.
You watched it?
Yeah, the one with the like really cheesy like animation.
The one on Netflix that you made us watch that
that's
I warned us.
Extremist.
Oh, okay.
That's a motion comic picture. This one's
sucks.
a lot. This one's like animated by and it's anime, more anime style than it is. This one like is sick.
Sort of like that.
This one is
Invisible Iron Man cartoon that's on like Disney Channel or some shit. Where
that wasn't that bad.
I know it's saying it looked bad. It just looks very like
It was
anime.
watch the entire series when you get a chance.
Oh, it's on my list.
Okay,
it's 100% on my list.
they really do a really good job of explaining the Macaron rings and Mandarin.
No,
I was really happy
again,
for that.
it's on my list. Again, my thing with looking at the animation, I was like, they're taking a bit.
It's
of
3D. It's too 3D-ish. But the Rise and Technovore one, it shows the real true power of extremists in some scenes, that what it's supposed to be, as opposed to that shitty Iron Man 3 movie we had.
I thought that was a fantastic movie. I lied. I'm joking. I did not think Iron Man 3 was fantastic.
The Skulldugger, I can feel the heat from both of you.
Oh no, the temperature raised like.
I was like, I'm not even
I'm not actually a fan.
I'm just like sitting beside him.
The only scene in Iron Man 3 that I actually liked is when the armor is just sitting there, like legs crossed, and Tony's beside it with like a glass of scotch.
That was funny.
That was the only good scene in that movie. And when Happy charges in and like dives on him because there was an explosion. Besides that, the movie.
You know what the best part of the movie was for me was at the end.
Credits rolled. Yeah.
Oh, please don't be a night credit scene. Please don't be a night. Fuck, there's a credit.
Other things too is this is kind of if you guys are into the original '90s cartoons, DuckTales has been released already.
Yes. David Tennant is Scrooge McDuck, and it is the greatest fucking thing in the world.
Awesome. I didn't know he was playing Scrooge.
Yeah,
McDuck.
he's
That's
Scrooge
awesome.
McDuck, and like I can't wait to hear just his. I really hope he's using this like his natural Scottish voice.
Yeah.
Because like I loved watching Doctor Who and seeing him that where he's like,
I'm gonna watch it so much more now.
And then like watch Broadchurch because he's actually Scottish, and there's literally a scene where he goes, "Ah no!" And I watched that, and I'm just like, "Son bitch, what?" I knew you were Scottish, but like. You literally just went, no. That's Samurai Jack level Scotsman. No. Come on, get your head out of your ass. Fuck off.
I love it. Oh my god.
But yeah, fantastic.
So Disney XD is releasing that. Episode 1, I think, just came out last weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be a weekend thing, right?
There was an interview when he was announced as Scrooge McDuck. And he's like, does the Money Pit make an appearance? Of course the Money Pit makes an appearance. It's DuckTales. I'm just like...
Yes. What I love about it is that it's just going to usher in all of those 90s cartoons we grew up with, like Tailspin, because that branched off of DuckTales.
I watched
right?
Animaniacs recently. I was like morning before work one day. I was like, I needed something.
They just released the pop figures for that.
Did they?
Yes.
Fucking took them long enough.
Right?
But like, I was just flipping. I was like, not flipping through the channels, but I was looking through the guys. Like, so much Animaniacs is on. Yes. And like, I turned it on, and it was the start of the opening theme.
I love it.
Yes.
And then
I'm not going to work today.
When you get a chance, check out the new Spider-Man Disney XD series.
I want to see that. That starts Saturday, right?
Starts Saturday. This Saturday is coming out. If you get a chance, all 6 parts of the origin are online on YouTube. You can check it out. Fantastic storytelling of his origin. Like, it is literally to a T, almost ripped out of the comic. Difference is, it just looks more like Tom Holland. That's it. Yeah. Which I'm very happy. I'm still happy for.
He's still, besides the frog in the mouth, he's a great casting choice.
Yeah. Frog in the mouth. Yes.
Please tell me you know what that is.
Yes. I'm laughing.
I don't.
Okay, Google Tom Holland has a frog in the mouth. They've even named it. I'm pretty sure it's like Dave or something. David the frog. Just every picture he's in. It looks like it looks like he has a tiny frog in his mouth. Like he's even playing jokes on it. On his Instagram posts. Like occasionally he puts a frog emoji.
That's awesome. So yeah, before we head off, instead of like going into a whole bunch of these questions for the unanswered question of the MCU, we'll just ask one. Will we ever see an MCU TV crossover with the movies?
No.
I don't think so. I would love it, but I don't think so.
I just want Coulson back.
It's not going to happen.
I want the
Josh Whedon ended it the way he did. He was not planning on bringing Coulson back. He died. His death had meaning.
Yeah. It was Marvel
But,
trying
like,
to be.
Coulson.
Okay, but what about the Netflix? Like, I wouldn't mind because there's at least some superpowered people there, whereas Coulson just like I wear a suit and have gadgets.
So Netflix original series has done a fantastic way of tying it to the movies.
Yeah, where they do.
We
like,
just
slight
don't have it
references.
backwards. backwards.
I would love in Infinity War for there to be a moment where someone they're fighting or whatever, and they're fighting Thanos, and there's he just brings some of his minions in. And it's like, oh, something's happening. City side. And it's like, Hell's Kitchen seems to be clearing itself out though. You know, just something like a slight reference like that,
Well,
and I will
right.
stand up mid-scene in the theater and applaud.
Yeah. Or
See,
even
I heard a rumor that the guy who Charlie
Cox?
has been seen on set of Infinity War.
Which, if so, that would be dope.
He wasn't in costume or anything, but he was seen on set. So,
But even if they just like have a
maybe-
quick scene where they're the ones who are saving people, right? And you just see like one minion come through, and it's just the black arm of Luke Cage smashing through a wall.
It would be
and
great
it gets
if-
sent
yeah.
out, right? And all you see is just like a quick flash of yellow shirt as he comes running back into the scene.
Or-
and you don't even see his
Like,
face.
or just like target one of the more regular heroes, like Black Widow, Hawkeye, you are in crowd control or whatever, and it's like they swing down and like the team and like the defenders swing in. It's like we got this section.
Yeah.
We have someone on the east side and it's or whatever, and it's Punisher gunning up some fucking whatever.
yeah,
the hell's-
yeah. That would be so sick.
Oh, okay. So like my Marvel holy trinity of superheroes is Doctor Strange, the Hulk, and Punisher. So the fact that like now all three of them are on screen somewhere and they're good, like. Thank
Well,
you.
one thing with Doctor Strange's his house, it's supposed to be very close to Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
I think it
Greenwich
is in Hell's
Village.
Kitchen.
No,
like,
it's,
right
it's
beside
near,
it or
it's,
something
yeah,
like that.
it's like
it's like a 5.
It's like Hell's Kitchen's like the shit neighborhood basically, and he's in like Greenwich Village, which is it's a few blocks away, obviously.
Yeah, 'cause he's supposed
but,
to be
like
one
it's
of
a
the
nicer
Defenders at some
neighborhood.
point,
Like,
so-
well, originally, so in the original Doctor Strange comics, it was actually like in a shitty neighborhood.
Yeah.
But in the new Doctor Strange comics, it's a very nice neighborhood. So it's like because modern fucking revivalism and bullshit like that is coming into play. So they've actually like it's changed with the times, which I actually like. But the Sanctum Sanctorum is in a higher level area, more expensive and stuff. But it is nearby. If I remember my geography correctly, it is.
I'm hoping it's close, because if it's close, then they can even use that as a segue to introduce some of the Defenders there, right? Because they could be like, hey, Doctor Strange in your area, how's it going? Blah blah blah, and then he could be like, I got it under control. I have some help.
Yeah.
Right, and
He's like
they're defending the area.
I found some people.
As
They're
long as
defending.
Iron Fist
They're
wears his
defending
actual
the
costume, we're
people.
cool.
Like
right?
I loved how in the Thor scene in Doctor Strange, like the credit scene, he had the yellow gloves on, which is like a pure homage to his original comic book appearance, where he had like giant leather gloves.
Yeah.
Tied his scarred hands.
And then last before we finish off is the 1 million BC.
I love it.
Marvel.
Okay,
I
the
love
one
how
thing.
Have you seen a
Odin's
picture
Thor.
for that?
Yes,
Dude,
I do
I'll
like
show you a
that.
picture of that. It's sick.
The one thing I wasn't so sure about is like the cave person who has like the cosmic power or whatever.
That's Starbrand.
Starbrand. That kind of confused me. I was like, where does he?
It's a cosmic power that gets given to people.
Sort of
Starbrand
like,
is-
whereas the Phoenix takes over people,
Yeah.
that's given to people.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like who are where
I
the
still
bones
think they
from.
there would have been a way for them to get a different hero in there that would have made a bit more, because like you have the cosmic entity that is the Phoenix already there, so you have the mystical energy, which is Agamotto. You have the spirit and like demon-y thing that of Ghost Rider. You have gods, which I love
Let's
the
just-
flaming mammoth.
Let's
The
point
flaming
let's point that out.
mammoth is
Motherfucker's
fantastic.
riding a flaming mammoth.
Fucking mammoth.
Right?
It's great. I love that.
Yeah.
I love the Black Panther. He's like a cave hunter person kind of thing.
Phoenix,
It's just I think
Starbrand,
they could
that's
have
Iron Fist,
tried to
Panther,
find someone
Odin's
else.
son, Ghost
I would
Rider,
love
and
to
then,
there have been a mutant in there,
Dr.
but
Agamotto.
it's all in
Agamotto,
history. It's always Apocalypse is the first mutant, so they couldn't throw in a mutant, which I
What if
understand.
they're fighting Apocalypse?
That would be pretty fucking cool.
Well, it depends, because it all depends on whether or not we're going to be able to use mutants again.
in comics,
In
we can.
comics. There's a
They
certain.
can.
They have like a gray area. They've made them somewhat Inhumans, and they haven't fully brought them, assimilated them back into the scene yet.
do you mean they made them Inhumans?
So
A lot of them are humans.
a lot of them are
They
humans right
joined
now.
the Inhumans, but they're still mutants.
I know, but they don't really. It's weird because like they only recently did we start getting the rights back for some of them because
Yeah.
of Buddy stepping
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
Right.
thank
So
God.
like it's still fresh
Yeah.
enough that we may not get
Yeah.
the ability to use the real
Yeah.
mutant we want to use.
Yeah.
Right. But like it's like how they've made Logan super old because they can use old man Logan,
yeah.
but they can't use the original Wolverine anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Because they've kind of killed him off.
Yeah.
Right, which is stupid in my books. But supposedly, like they've just made Captain America younger, so they're probably gonna use the same thing with Wolverine now that they have the rights back to bring him back.
Yeah.
and then maybe try to find a way to make this.
The only one out of all the 10,000 BC or whatever the fuck the number is, the only one is like that Star whatever.
Starbrand, yeah.
Starbrand is the only one I'm like slightly confused on, partially because I literally have never heard of the hero before. Now.
I've heard of the name. I have
I've
no
never heard.
intelligence
I've never heard
on
of
the
the.
powers
I've
and
never
stuff
heard of the
like that.
name. So like my one thing is again it's that he's like it's just who are you?
Yeah.
Like but like at the other hand is like I feel like they could have brought someone else in there. Maybe like as Pat as Moon Knight could have worked in the sense. So he's
Yeah, you're right because he gets his
uses-
powers from or like
no
it's
Moon
like,
Knight's basically Batman if I remember correctly.
Yes, but the guy who goes to Moonlight or gets the powers from Moon Knight because I just picked up the first few comics on this a while back and I've read it. It's a statue. It's like almost like an Egyptian god kind of thing, right? Or
Do they
some
say
kind of
Egyptian
god.
god or do they just say an ancient deity?
It's an
It's an
deity.
ancient deity,
So,
so-
they could use the original deity
the original,
of who it was
yeah.
based off of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And because if I remember correctly, again, I could be completely wrong. Moon Knight, he is sort of like Batman. He has like gadgets and stuff.
Yeah, he's totally a rich boy with gadgets, but he is slightly crazy.
So it could work. It's the original deity, but instead of like he's got fucking gadgets and stuff, he has technological advancements for that time. So like
he's able to make bones better.
like no, like he
knows how to make
like-
a slingshot.
Well, like, that's the thing. So they could, like, so that like those are his gadgets. He's more of
Yeah.
like a weapons guy kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think it could have been like, he has a grappling hook or
But
something.
I think that's
to
where they have
swing.
Black Panther.
Yeah. Well, I think Black Panther, going by the image, again, I think it's still he's using his hands. And
Yeah,
fighting
but
and
he's
stuff.
always been a gadget
This-
guy too.
Gadget. Is it gadget or is it more so
It's
his
more
suit?
advanced civilization.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like his
true,
suit. His
but-
suit is kick ass, and he's just awesome.
But the thing is, in the comic book world, he is one of the smartest minds. in the
yeah,
Marvel
I heard he
universe,
is the
right? So-
richest, and he can rival Reed.
Yeah, easily. Which is crazy because Reed is the smartest
Yeah.
mind in Marvel Universe, which sucks. We'll never ever get to see that.
Yeah.
But
Imagine seeing the actual Illuminati in the MCU
Oh, it'd be so good.
with
great.
Charles.
Yeah.
Another person they could have done for
Don't know.
10,000 is an ancestor of Neymar, original Atlanteans.
That would have been
That
cool.
would have been
yes,
fucking really
yes,
cool.
because we just got the rights back for that like this year actually at some point. Or
that would have been really
last year.
cool
Yeah,
because
last year.
so I don't know how it works in the Marvel universe because I never really touched on Atlantis and stuff in Marvel, but I don't know if it was they started on land and became sea people or if they were always in the water. But like either way, it could fucking work. It could be pre water bound world, or it could be they're kind of more proto and fish like sort of thing because it is 10 billion BC.
Yeah.
It's just that's the one character and like I still because like he's literally just a hulking cave dude with a giant burning cross on his chest.
To be fair, I actually would have appreciated if they did do a mutant though.
Yeah, I
Like,
would have
and
again.
You know, it would
but,
have been better if they had Wolverine. Only because
He's not that old.
we don't know that.
He's
though.
old, but he's
No,
not
we-
that old.
They could have had.
we have his origin story.
Yeah,
as
they-
a child, he's literally a child in the origin
would've
story.
liked
It's
to
Yeah,
like
but
Civil
I have an
War
origin story
or-
that places him.
you have one.
I have an
but-
origin story that places him back.
Yeah,
in
but
BC.
they already have one that exists. And
I know, but
again,
I'm just saying there's
Apocalypse.
several origin stories
Apocalypse
that
is
have him.
always called the first mutant, and
Yeah.
he's always Egyptian.
That's what I want. I
Originally.
want to see them fight Apocalypse.
That would be cool if somehow.
But his story is a little is again Egyptian time, so it's
Yeah.
past all that, right?
But
So-
well, no. But again, they could be. It's like we thought he was, or they like these 10 million BC Avengers mucked him up so bad he doesn't have the memory of his past.
yeah, fair
There's
enough.
a great one of my favorite
Or
things.
pre-celestial. Sorry.
One of my favorite things to do. There's a website where it's basically like drunken texts from superheroes or whatever that is online.
So just
And-
me when I'm drunk. He's
yeah,
read
pretty
them,
much.
basically
There's
me
there's
pretending
one
to be a
there's
superhero.
one where it's like Cable talking. It's like, yeah, I
Super
traveled
empty.
back in time to like 0 BC to meet Jesus, and he's talking to like Cyclops. He's like, "Oh yeah, what happened? I don't know. He was kind of weird. He just called me Bub as he left his tomb." And then it's just like Cyclops going, "How fucking old is this guy?"
I love it.
Imagine that was the other Avenger. It's Cable who's gone back in time.
Yeah.
Just done.
That'd be awesome, man.
He's like, what is this? It's
Yeah.
a gun?
So anybody watching, Trevor normally does this, but I'm gonna let him do it. What are you?
What are you guys reading? Twitch, Facebook Live, please in the comment sections below. I run out of things to read all the time, and I would like to know what you guys are reading so I can partake and then maybe even join you guys in conversation.
Yeah.
I agree. I want that because I'm running out of things to read. Not so much comic-wise, but like manga-wise. A lot of my favorite mangas have ended recently. I've lost Naruto. I've lost Fairy Tail. I've lost Bleach. I've lost Assassination Classroom. I've lost Beelzebub, and like a lot of them has.
Check out In Another World, my smartphone.
All right, I'll check that out.
There's
The new
a
anime just came out.
million different mangas. You have befriended the right person today, my
Yeah,
friend.
well, like so I have a giant. Again, it's like
Watch out, he
70 something.
slaps. He's very slappy.
He's got a gun.
Oh.
Yeah, I give you brass knuckles.
You wouldn't do far out.
I've got a knife.
Yeah, give me that
No, you're not gonna get that.
too. But no, so like that's the thing. It's like,
why would you give him
I think it was just
sitting right
even the
here.
odds. It was even the odds.
It's even the odds. You can't go worse than knife. I need a gun at that point. I have a trebuchet.
I built one of those once.
Yeah?
For a high school physics project, we built the trebuchet. It's fucking wicked.
Well,
of course you did.
95. It was awesome.
Okay, so
But yeah, no. And like comics, I'm on that road with Trevor. I would love new comic recommendations. Also, just your favorite mangas or animes to start watching. Like I have a big ass list, but like I go on my usual manga hosting site because I'm too cheap to buy this shit. And like I'm just like, I used to be able to check daily and there'd be something new for me to watch or read. Now I check daily. I'm like, why am I doing this? I know it's gonna be Sunday and it's gonna be Thursday night that I'm gonna be able to read shit.
there you go. Anything you want to say?
I am available on YouTube, across Instagram, across Twitch, across everything. All you got to do is you got to go to Google and you got to type in Sonic, SONIC, capital M, capital T, capital D, and you will be able to find a bevy of things that I've been involved with. Please be sure to like and subscribe my YouTube channel, and trust me, there's going to be some stuff that you're definitely going to enjoy.
Remember, he's an interstellar sex pirate or something.
Intergalactic
That's it.
sex demon.
Thank
Get it fucking right, okay? I have it on my LinkedIn profile. No wonder I'm not getting any jobs.
Interstellar
Can
sex
you add
pirate.
pirate to that, though?
All right, pirates are mine. I think we've established this.
Okay.
I have no
Tattoo.
tattoos.
I got a
So,
flash tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got these things together.
Yeah, we did.
Yo, I'm getting my Aquaman soon. I'm gonna get it right here.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm gonna get a
There's
sleeve
a
soon.
joke about shaman somewhere.
I know, right? At some point, right? So also, guys, we got a new show that's gonna be showing next little
Well,
bit
we
as
gotta
well.
tell him who's doing it too.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
he started here with us.
he
Well,
did.
you,
He did start off
not
with
me.
us.
He
Well, no.
brought me in,
Yeah, he introduced me to you, and
Yeah.
I was very happy.
Biggest
for that.
mistake ever.
and now
And
we're
then
just
introduced me to
nerd
you.
out all the time.
Yeah. And then you. Because we got.
You look so
I know.
uncomfortable. You're like,
So
why
unimpressed.
is AJ
Why is he touching
me?
me?
Mr. J
Is-
has left Nearly Nerdy.
He has. He's
I
left
guess
near
we're
Lirdy.
gonna throw that
Mr. J's gone?
Yeah.
Pudding. Go on.
Anyway, that made me very uncomfortable.
Very.
But
My butt peach- my butt just just a little bit.
Wait, just like that time at Anime, no?
Hey! I'm stuck for another time.
We have a new show launching on the channel called Split Decision. We've been dropping lots of puns and
Yep.
satire on behalf of James.
It has been great. It has been great.
It's Sundays, I believe. What time?
It's gonna be 7 o'clock.
7
7
o'clock?
o'clock.
Launch
Yeah.
this Sunday.
This Sunday.
This Sunday.
This Sunday.
They're talking
Woo!
about Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. I'm Team
Check
Conor.
it out, man. My cousin's gonna be on there. I'm very happy.
one's
He's
Conor,
he's
right?
actually coming out to do some more stuff, like hosting wise. I'm super stoked to see him talk about the boxing side of this aspect. And then Mr. J has also changed his name to James Boom now. So
Wait. Like, is this like an alias change name, or is it like
Alias
his
change name.
official name change, like government?
No, alias change.
Like,
name, so-
I want to clarify this for my own.
Yeah, so if you guys are into MMA, you're into boxing, and you want to know about the Floyd Mayweather McGregor fight, check it out.
McGregor.
Sunday, 7 o'clock. There's going to be a whole bunch of good stats and stuff we're going to talk about as well, too. So, but be sure to check out our other shows. We have Third Realm on Wednesdays. We have Road to Ranked on Fridays. We have Quest Accepted on Saturdays. I think I got that messed up, didn't I?
Nope, that's correct.
Yes!
And don't actually, it totally. So if you guys want a constant nerdy source of facts and everything, our Twitter is like a self-run machine. It's constantly punching out information.
Yep.
If you guys need any information, want to keep up to date, follow us on Twitter. It's literally at Nearly Nerdy. We also have an Instagram page. Please like, subscribe, tweet, Bumble, whatever you guys gotta do. Swipe right.
Bumble? What?
Yeah, so Nearly Nerdy on Twitter, Nearly Nerdy on Instagram. Follow us, like, subscribe, check it out. We're going to be putting a whole bunch of new stuff on there. Like this man has said, Twitter is a self-run, crazy-ass machine spitting out facts every second. So be sure to tune in. Be sure to check it out.
We started like on Tuesday, and it's at 2,000 tweets.
It's insane. Okay, guys. But yeah, likes, follow, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, as well as Twitch. Okay, guys? North of Nerdy. Check it out.
Wait, we've come to the part of the show where you two have to fight to the death to become the third host.
Give me the brass knuckles. Actually, no, you need both weapons to make this fair.
Ooh.
And on that note, we're signing off. See you next week.